Don't get me wrong, I loved Duolingo. The name, the product, the gamification of the user experience, and all of the things that makes it a great learning tool. I loved using this product. But there's a reason why I stopped. It doesn't mean that this company cannot make shareholders money though. I'm not denying that at all. But I really do think that they IPO'd too early. In this video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of Duolingo as a business, as an investment opportunity, and how it may or may not fit in your portfolio. So if this is the type of content you've been looking for, please hit that like button for me, and let's get started. For those who don't know, Duolingo is a language learning app. People who don't even use the app recognizes the name. That's strong brand awareness. They have 40 distinct languages, 90 courses, and 40 million monthly active users reported by them. That's 500 million downloads. You gotta give it to them. That's a lot of downloads for an app that's simply meant to teach you how to speak another language. But the romance of learning another language is there, right? So it makes sense. They have great adoption, great user experience. The reviews and ratings are super high. Everything makes perfect sense so far. They even have partnered with, according to them, more than 2,000 universities so that they can bring greater awareness and also greater adoption. This is a very well-rounded growth strategy that is already making up 9% of their overall revenue. I think it's really great. I think these are all amazingly positive indicators. Another one, they're backed by Kleiner Perkins and one of Alphabet's investment arms. This is a strong indicator because venture capitalists, they make a living out of vetting startups, right? They try to figure out what has the best growth potential, best shareholder value, best opportunity for explosive growth, and they invest in them. And these are some of the best firms out there investing in Duolingo. So all of these things add up. Do take note though, VCs, if they have a 30% hit rate, success rate, they're a successful firm. So please do keep in mind that the probability of success compared to their entire portfolio is still less than 50%. The second pro I want to point out is the second positive about a business like Duolingo is that language is obviously within the DNA of humankind, right? We can't live without it. And second language learning, that's part of our academia throughout the world. If they can create that adoption, then they can effectively become the equivalent of SATs of language learning. They'll become impossible to be, deprecated or gotten rid of. They'll be embedded into the education system, and they'll just keep growing and growing and become the giant cash cow that SAT is, or whatever that company, Princeton, what's his face. Now I'd like to talk about some of the things that I find very concerning about Duolingo's business. First and foremost, they mentioned that they brought in 55 million in revenue last quarter. That's a 97% healthy jump. However, the detail here is that they have net loss widened more than 6-fold. That means that they're spending a lot of money to acquire new revenue. That to me is frankly a red flag. It's indicating to me that they're trying to generate explosive growth. It didn't quite work out, and they're forcing an IPO, essentially to fundraise. That is my hypothesis as to why they're going IPO now. Secondly, another red flag, in my opinion, is that they're talking about monthly active users. To give you an idea what that actually means if you're not in product management or engineering, it means that for a given user, they use the product at least once a month. It's not talking about retention, whether they're using it the next month. It's not talking about engagement, whether they're using it every week. It's just that for this given month, they have these many active users. So from that standpoint, that to me is essentially saying that we spend a shit ton of money, put a bunch of users into this product, look at it, right? but it doesn't indicate whether these people are engaged, continuing to use them, right? That's weekly active user. It's not indicating whether they like the product and continuing to use it within the same week, which I believe Mixpanel coined the term addiction modeling. So for a given week, for all your active users, on average, how many of them are using it like multiple times a week, right? Breaking that down, that will truly indicate to you engagement, give you ideas of retention, and really how sticky your product actually is. Now, all of that being said and done, there is still potential for this company to make a lot of money for themselves and for shareholders. So, for example, if they actually can create adoption in academia, then they're essentially creating a subscription model for B2B2C, which essentially means that, universities, schools, governments, they might be paying Duolingo on a subscription or a contractual basis. And regardless of whether the end user actually uses it or not, Duolingo makes money. You, as a shareholder who's holding that stock, you'll make money. If they can make that happen in the next 2 quarters, I think the stock can potentially explode. Now, if they cannot, I honestly truly believe that the stock can easily go half the cost of its current share price. That is, to me, too scary. I love the name. I love what they're doing. I actually love the story behind how the CEO started this business. I'm all about entrepreneurship. But the thing is, because they went public, now the scrutiny is way higher than before. So whatever they do, they need to do it right quarter by quarter. And to me, that is a little bit concerning. I think they IPO'd too early. If you have any questions or concerns or any comments, please leave me a note in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. If you enjoyed this content, leave me a note if you want me to talk about any particular stocks, IPO. I would love to converse with you and get your feedback, build this 11ish collective together. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to working with you next time.